Gemini, this is a bonus energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. All right, your energy, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, letting go, not holding back. We have the Five of Cups in reverse, your person. They're viewing you as the Six of Wands. What you're not seeing is the Knight of Swords, and we see the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so your energy, the Magician in reverse, Virgo, Gemini energy. I feel like you're letting go of this connection. You may have felt like you were being manipulated, or you may have felt like this connection wasn't moving forward. I feel like you're not communicating, you're not taking action towards this person at this time. In fact, I feel like, my gems, you're in a really go with the flow state. You know, like everything's going to work out for you. It's time to let this go. Something here may have felt off. Or you may have felt like that the connection just wasn't meeting your needs, or this person was dragging their feet. Okay, this person may come off as a bit emotionally unavailable. And with the Four of Pentacles, I just feel like you're not holding back. You're not staying stuck, but you're also not holding on tightly here. Now, some of you, you're still just kind of gathering data to see how this person comes towards you, if they're capable of coming in with repair. All right, yep, you're standing your ground, Aries energy, Gemini. You're standing your ground, you're in your power. You set boundaries, you know what you want. You also know exactly what you deserve. You're viewing this person as the Magician in reverse, Virgo, Gemini energy. So you may be seeing that this person doesn't check all of your boxes. You may be seeing this person as manipulative. You may be seeing this person as somebody who's not communicating, not taking action, and maybe you met them in their energy, and that exposed a really big gap here, Gemini. All right, and we see the Nine of Cups. You're viewing this connection as emotionally draining. You're viewing this as maybe something that was short-lived, something that wasn't meant to be long-term. Now, with the Five of Cups in reverse, this person may be somebody here that wants to come in and heal things with you. But I do kind of feel like they come off as a bit emotionally unavailable, or maybe you felt slightly rejected by this person. The Star card energy in reverse. Wow, this person is definitely, I feel like they've lost their way. I feel, Gemini, this person kind of thought that they could get away with like either being sneaky or manipulative, or get away with dragging their feet, not putting in the time and effort that they really needed to in this connection. And your energy, setting boundaries, meeting them where they were meeting you, exposing this huge gap. You not rushing in to repair, you not rushing in to do the emotional labor, you walking away from this, whatever it is, this has been a tower moment for them. And with the Sun card, they're seeing things very clearly. We have the Leo Aquarius axis coming through here. They're seeing things very clearly. I kind of feel like there's an aha moment here with the Sun and the Star in reverse. Accountability coming in, and the Six of Swords. This person is clearly seeing you move on, Gemini. You're not going to fall back into those old patterns of begging, pleading, trying to make it better, making excuses for their behavior, making, overly, making compromising, you always being the one to compromise. Now, Gemini, they're viewing you as the Six of Wands in reverse. They're seeing you ignoring them. They may see you getting attention elsewhere, giving your attention to other people, other things, other parts of your life. You're definitely not all consumed by this. Like, you're letting this go, and they're seeing it. They're hoping for a new beginning with you, Gemini. We see the Death card, but they also know that this might very well might be over. You've changed, Gemini. Your energetic signature has changed, and they are feeling it in a big way. They weren't expecting it. And we see the Ace of Swords. They want to talk. They want a new beginning. We see the Five of Wands energy in reverse. They want reunion. They want union. They want to heal conflict. Wow. Okay, so whatever you've done here, Gemini, your shift in energy, it's affected them in a really big way. It's like that Six of Swords. They want to come towards you. What we need to know about this person is angel energy, so helping those in need with no expectation of return. Some of you, they're getting angelic guidance. Some of you, they come off as an angel, but this is also confirmation for a lot of my Geminis that this is not a terrible person. Okay, so for a lot of you, they may not have been, cheating on you or doing you dirty, but they weren't showing up or putting in the work like they needed to. All right, and we see Prince energy. This person's planning some sort of romantic return, romantic charm, and potential for power. So this person really does want to make it up to you. They're planning something romantic, some sort of gift, because I think they're realizing that they messed up pretty bad here, Gemini. They want to talk. They want this new beginning with you, but they're worried it's over. You've changed, Gemini, and you certainly have. It just feels like you're not making those concessions anymore. You're not making excuses for their behavior. They're seeing you as the child orphan archetype. This is somebody who's okay on their own. So they're realizing here, Gemini, you don't need them. I think this person misjudged you and misjudged this connection. They're seeing you as independent based on learning to go it alone and conquering your fear of surviving. So you don't need them. They're seeing that very clearly. And we see hedonist energy, but they're seeing that you inspire creative energy to embrace the good things in life and celebrates the beauty in yourself. So they see that you take good care of yourself. They see that with you, Gemini, they enjoyed the finer things in life. Good food, good wine, good love making. I think this person is having a reckoning, Gemini, seeing here what they've really, truly, potentially lost. Now, the Knight of Swords energy in reverse tells me this person might not see very clearly about how to come towards you just yet. There may be something that they need to tell you. There might be some sort of truth that they need to tell you, or they need to open up and communicate their feelings. I don't think they're really good at that. They're feeling alone, disappointed, left out in the cold. Nine of Wands, they still hold a torch for you. This person is somebody who's guarded and a little bit defensive. But we see the Lover's card. They've got Gemini on their mind, in their heart. This person is making a decision that they want to come towards you. I'm not really getting necessarily that this person, for a lot of my gems, did you dirty. I just kind of feel like this person was more not emotionally available. They weren't, they were non-committal, or, they weren't meeting you where you needed to be met. And I think you set the standard here. You set the bar. Ace of Pentacles, they're really hoping for a new beginning. All right. And we see the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You've let go and everything is working out. This person's feeling alone, disappointed. You might also be feeling disappointed or left out in the cold here by this person. The Two of Cups, yep, there's emotional imbalance, but some of my Geminis, you do still see potential here for this connection, provided there weren't any deal breakers, right? Because I'm definitely not seeing my Geminis being okay with okay, this person, cheated. No, my Gems, you're in your power. You're in that Emperor energy. All right. And there's a big decision to make here about whether or not you want to commit, or is this just a short-lived connection? Was this just fun? Was this just physical? Do they have the emotional depth that my Geminis need? Do they have the capacity to give you what you want and need in a relationship? Three of Wands. This person feels blocked. They're definitely feeling the distance, feeling the silence. They're feeling this shift in your energy. You're not chasing them any longer, Gemini, and they're feeling it in a really, really big way. All right, so let's see what else we need to know about this person. Is this something or someone here that's worth giving another shot to? What do we need to know about this person for my Geminis, please? What do we need to know about this person for my Geminis, please? Lunch. Okay, this is a card that I like because, as opposed to drinks, right? And I just said this in the Leo reading, which some of you may or may not be interested in. And just remember also, Gemini, if there's a particular reading that isn't resonating with you, do check your other signs, your sun, moon, rising, Venus. And I also like to check my North Node. But this lunch card is somebody that actually wants to sit down and talk. They want to know how you feel. They want to know how you can fix things, right? Dinner and drinks is more of a romantic vibe. Let's focus on the physical. Let's kind of gloss over what needs to be talked about. But if somebody invites you out for lunch, it's like, let's see things in the light of day, right? And we see options. This person's feeling confused. I don't necessarily feel like they have other options. I mean, that certainly could be the case, but I just kind of feel like they're probably getting input from different friends and family right now, feeling a bit confused, but they are certainly motivated because they're seeing your worth and your value here. We see Venmo activities, but to me, this is just like some of my Geminis, this person, they're seeing your worth and your value. Okay, absolutely. And it's because you drew that line in the sand here, Gemini. And again, it's like, it's not just you decided to mirror them, like, oh, let's play a game here, and not like tit for tat. It's more like you exposed the gap, that you're not going to overgive anymore, Gemini. I love your energy. Now, I decided to do this bonus reading because the Gemini reading that I did, I felt was a little bit unclear. I feel this is actually the same energy, but just coming through very clearly. All right, we see this person is fun. They're judgmental. They might be receiving karma behind the scenes. This is also them making a decision to turn things around. And they may have fair or light features. They may have been closed off or emotionally unavailable. That's something that you have to really look at and see if that has changed. For a lot of you, I do think they're realizing that they're going to lose like the best thing that ever happened to them here. All right, if they don't shape up, if they don't start pulling their weight in this relationship. And some of you, they may have already lost you. Let's see what Spirit's advice and guidance is for this connection. Boundaries. Yep, this is you drawing a line in the sand. That's you being an Emperor energy. An external party intruding on this relationship. Now, we did see Venmo activities, and we do see this, money being a motivation. So for some of my Geminis, it has been like financial issues, work schedules. Can also be bad advice from friends and family members, but it can also, Gemini, be romantic rivals. So again, I feel like you already know. We do see, that interference might be financial, might be work, it might be an energy of lack. This person may have felt like they weren't quite good enough, or you were out of their league because you're showing up as an Emperor. But Spirit's saying this relationship deserves a second chance. That's for those of my Geminis where this person wasn't lying, or they weren't cheating, or they weren't stealing. Spirit's saying it's safe to make the move you're considering. So for those of my Geminis who are considering giving this person a second chance, I do see that they're wanting to make changes, or they're transforming. For others of you, taking that leap of faith is like, maybe you don't want to give them a second chance. So you're going to have to drop me a comment down below and let me know how you're feeling here, Gemini, about this person. Will you give them another chance? All right. What do they want to say to my Geminis here, please? I don't know why this happened. They're feeling confused. I think they're also really confused as to why they treated you the way they did, Gemini. I think they're kind of looking back and kicking themselves and like, I was such an idiot. Like, why did I act like that when I had this? Right? I will wait for a sign from you. So they're waiting to see if you're going to reach out, if you're going to repair. I don't think you are, Gemini. I think the sign that you're giving them is I'm moving on. And I think that's going to activate them. I love you, Gemini. Wow. All right. Let's see what they would like to say to you that they might not be able to articulate. What do they want to say to my Geminis here that they might not be able to articulate? Our connection still affects me. Absolutely. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. There is an element here, Gemini, of this person feeling a little bit out of their league. Because again, they're kind of coming up as this King of Wands in reverse, and you're kind of coming up, you are coming up as the Emperor. So I do want you to know that. I don't know if you make more money than this person, or you're just more stable than this person. They do feel a little bit insecure about you being out of their league. I want to be authentic. I'm no longer afraid. Yeah. They're coming in with truth, accountability. All right. And we see the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Now, for some of you, maybe there was some sort of third party or, other person here involved. But I'm just kind of getting the grass is greener where Gemini is. And they're realizing that right now. Let's see what this person's very next actions are towards you, Gemini. What are this person's very next actions towards my Geminis, please? Four of Swords in reverse. Restlessness, getting to the heart of the matter, expressing heartbreak, sadness here. You're getting somebody who's not emotional to open up. Seven of Cups, getting clear about the soulmate connection, about reunion, wanting you back. Nine of Coins in reverse and the Nine of Swords. Now, this person is maybe not in the best energy at this time. That's that karmic justice that they're receiving. They're stressing about this. They're restless. They're getting clarity. All right, we see the Eight of Coins in reverse. I think they're strategizing, but they're also very, very clear that if they're going to have a shot with you, Gemini, something's got to change in a really, really big way. Something has got to change. All right, let's see what the grounded response is here for my Geminis, please. What's the grounded response here for my Geminis, please? Grounded response for my Geminis, please. Let this teach you. Every experience offers refinement. Okay. Stay in self-respect. Act in ways you won't need to justify later, Gemini. Beautiful. You don't need proof. Trust doesn't require constant confirmation. Okay. And honor your energy and protect your time. Beautiful messages. Say what you mean, Gemini. You already know what's true. Speaking it isn't about control. It's about integrity. Say what you mean what you say. You don't have to hold back here. Geminis, you're in such a powerful energy. This is more so just a confirmation of the previous reading that I did for you, but hopefully it gives you a bit more clarity about the situation. Sending you love and light, Gemini. Take care.